like crowdfunding is taking over game development these days, with titles like Shenmue 3 and Psychonauts 2 both looking to their audience to get their development launched. The problem is, having asked for the money up front, the developers do owe something back to the fans, so delays become a real issue. That's right, I'm looking at you, Mighty Number 9 and Star Citizen. But some games have delivered, so today we are going to look at 3 notable Kickstarter successes. Thinking of Kickstarters, there's only one game that truly stands out, and that is Double Fine Productions' Broken Age. This is a game whose Kickstarter launched in February 2012 as a modest, text-focused point-and-click adventure with a proposed budget of $400,000 to cover development and a documentary of its making. Jump forward one Kickstarter month and a community of 87,000 backers had raised the game nearly $3.5 million. This not only dramatically increased the scope of the game, but also secured Kickstarter as a viable funding method for video games. However, the game is not without controversy. The original timeline had it set to ship in late 2012. However, the expanded scope saw the project broken into 2 releases. The first part came in 2014 and the second in 2015. In some ways, Double Fine was lucky to have the documentary element of its project, because while they came under fire for slow production and starting other projects alongside Broken Age, they were at least transparent. But for all of its issues, the game's final quality was superb, with its beautiful hand-drawn art, a fun, world-distorting story, lots of puzzles, and a voice cast that included Elijah Wood, Jennifer Hale, Masa Mojo, and Jack Black. The lesson? You too can release a game that's 3 years late, as long as it's good. Divinity Original Sin took a very different approach with its Kickstarter campaign. This classic isometric turn-based RPG only went to its audience when the game was nearly finished, with the goal of creating a deeper, more expansive and more polished experience. The initial goals of the developer, Larian Studios, again required $400,000, for which they were going to create a bigger, more reactive and denser game world. But as the popularity of the project grew, they added a new area, character personality traits, orchestral music, and a deeper background to all of your party members. Netting nearly $1 million, Divinity Original Sin did a fantastic job delivering on its promise. While it released 7 months later than anticipated, moving from November 2013 to June 2014, it was exactly what fans of the genre wanted. Indeed, it was so successful that it won numerous awards that year, including GameSpot's Game of the Year. Hell, we even gave it a 9 out of 10. Its popularity eventually resulted in an enhanced edition that added more voice work, controller support, and new combat systems. A version that also made its way to console. Of course, not all games can wait until they're nearly finished before looking for funding, but this was a fantastic way for this developer to ensure they could deliver exactly what their fans were looking for. Darkest Dungeon is the other kind of Kickstarter. The kind that starts with an idea of a small, tight gameplay experience and sticks to it even when it's successful. Not that it didn't smash its own expectations, more than quadrupling its original goal of $75,000 and eventually totaling almost $315,000. But this was never enough for the team at Redhead Studios to expand their project to unmanageable levels. Instead, this turn-based RPG roguelike expanded naturally. This led to additional features being developed to add more depth rather than spectacle, including extra characters, enemies, locations, and event types. These stacked on top of a solid combat system that relied on positioning and unit types to add depth, along with psychological scars. Your warriors could suffer all manner of ill effects from battling the demonic evils in the darkest dungeons, and these must be cared for upon their return to town. That's right, sometimes you just need a drink to heal those mental wounds. Just be careful your healer doesn't become an alcoholic. But even with these more modest expansions, there were still issues hitting the original January 2015 release date. In fact, it slipped by a whole year, only finally releasing in January 2016. That's right, just last month. Not to worry though, because backers could enjoy beta builds through Steam's early access. Now I know there are loads of other fantastic Kickstarter games out there. Unfortunately, we only had space for 3. So specifically to all you FTL fans, I am really sorry, but we only had room for 1 roguelike, and that was Darkest Dungeon. And only because it's the game that I'm currently obsessed with. Sorry. But I'm also sure there are plenty of other Kickstarter games I missed, so let me know your favourites in the comments, and if I haven't played them yet, I will certainly try to. And if you like this video, remember to like or share it. Or if you didn't like it, I'm really not that fussy. That's it for this week. I'll be back in 7 days with another Click Swipe Play. I'll see you then.